Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. Let's see. And how's everyone doing today? I see Celebration Florida in the house. I see a lot of good people in the house. So how is everyone? I'm like going a mile a minute because we have so much work to do today. It's like totally insane how much work needs to be done today. So let's kind of get right into it. Today we hit 350 members, which is super, super cool. All-time high. We've hit 349 two times, and we finally got through it yesterday. And actually, from 343 to 350, those seven were a direct, hey Deborah, those were a direct result of our outreach to those who are members that didn't have a plan, to those who canceled a plan, and or those who were going to sign up for a plan then change their mind, like abandoned cart, which is Frida. So which is totally cool. That's a good thing. Our average plan came down a lot from like 27 to 22. And the reason being, we, three different individuals that were in the $500 a week plan scaled down. Two of them were two of the three block purchases. So one scaled from 500 down to 25, but purchased $4,000 worth. One scaled from 500 to 25 and purchased $5,000 worth. The other one just happened this morning. So I'll probably, let me say something. I don't ever reach out to an individual and say, hey, I saw you did this. Why? Like, that's none of my business. And RHINO will never do that. Because I was about to say I'll reach out to him and find out, but then I realized, like, no, this is not that. You know, it was almost muscle memory from like when I was in the stock market or any sales position. Hey, Mr. Jones, just saw you did this. Can I help you? RHINO's not that. But again, you could take the person out of Wall Street, but can you ever take the Wall Street out of the person, right? So I do want to say out loud, like, I'm not doing that. But today is Bump Up Friday, and my wife's like, Bump Up Friday, like, where'd that come from? I'm like, I don't know. I like it though, Bump Up Friday, where we send an email to each of our members and, hey, you're on the $1 plan. I hope we did a really, really good job. I hope you're impressed so far. Would you upgrade your plan to $5? Not only would it help RHINO, but it obviously would help you, because here's the thing, when you have a coin that's gone up every single day, then it is true that no matter when, if you would have bumped up, it would have been the right decision. And that's a fact. That's 100% fact. I can actually say with 100% certainty that if anyone ever bumped up at any point before today, and again, because I don't know what tomorrow brings, I can only guarantee what already happened, it would have been the right decision. You would have been more profitable. RHINO would have been larger. Everything would have been good. Good, win, win, win. So how do I say that without being so aggressive? There's a fine line. I'm not willing to turn this into like a Wall Street sales. Like, hey, Mr. Jones, it was $1. Why didn't you do it? No, that's not it. So what we do is we politely reach out. Hey, just want to let you know, you're welcome to do it. In fact, we'd really like if you did, but if not, no problem. This is the benefits and this is why you should, right? But we thank you for being part of RHINO. So something like that. And every Friday, to the credit of RHINO, I would say about 7 or 8 people bump up. And some of them are from 1 to 5 and 5 to 10 and 10 to 15. Last week we had 100 to 150, which was really cool because that does move the average. You gotta remember there's 350 members. So to move up $350 is an average, you increase the average by $1. So it's starting to get large enough that no one person really can move things. But when you have 3 people at 500 all come down within the 3-day span, that still moves stuff. I think I gotta shave. Anyway, point being, today's Bump Up Friday, so we'll reach out to everyone. And I think we've been doing good. We're at another new all-time high today. So I just want to comment on those numbers. Also, RHINO Christmas, how freaking cool. So I went ahead and put together a Christmas funnel. And if you hadn't seen it yet, please go to the email, in which case you will see it. And the email, like I've been saying over the course of this week, we are going to offer, starting today, any member of RHINO to go ahead and send 20 RHINO to a loved one, as many loved ones as you want, right? Like it is a bit of a risk. I will tell you that. And some people think I'm crazy. My wife thinks I find and invent new ways to give stuff away for free all the time, which she's not wrong. because RHINO is publicly traded. Any RHINO that's given away, somebody could go ahead and put it on the market immediately, right? So, but for those that do go ahead and put it on the market immediately, God bless. We have a certain number of funds, we could cover that. But I think the bigger picture is for those that don't put it on the market, for those that say, 20 RHINO, what is this? I have to get a wallet. Well, I'll get to it. Let me just see if it's worth anything. Oh, it's worth, about 50 bucks. All right. Is 50 bucks enough to change my life though? And the answer, so is 50 bucks enough to change your life in a couple of days? And what I mean by that is to go ahead and redeem that, you have to get a wallet, you have to have another account somewhere else connected so that you could swap out. So to sell RHINO, you have to swap it on PancakeSwap for something like Bitcoin or BUSD or something liquid, right? Because then you have to take that and send it to your bigger account, your Coinbase, your Binance, your whatever that's connected to your bank account. Because on that account, you then sell it into the market for cash, and then you redeem that by sending that money to your actual bank account. So the question becomes, what percentage of people's lives would change if they receive $50 in 3 or 4 days from now, it would change to such a point that they're not going to be so lazy or so what's it called, where you keep putting something off, whatever, where you keep putting something off to go ahead and do it right away, right? And I don't know if the answer is that high. I just don't think it is. I think $50 is an amount it's very respectable. Someone gives you $50, that's a big deal. That's a great gift. I think $50 does affect people's procrastinate. Thank you. It's my wife. I think $50 is enough that it does make your week better, right? Like for instance, my wife and I are thinking about seeing, well, not thinking about, but we're going to go see Avatar. Now it's not lost on me that to go see Avatar, you want to go to the IMAX theater, right? So it's going to be like $30 a person, or $25 a person, whatever, plus the popcorn, like it could be, and then it's like, all right, we're out, why don't we get dinner? So that night could end up costing $150, $200, which is a lot of money. I don't want anyone to ever think like, oh, Anthony's the head of RHINO, therefore Anthony has $1 million. No, that's not it. I'm the head of RHINO because I have the energy to pull everyone forward. That you can tell me my breath stinks and I'll say, okay, I'll get a mint. I'm not gonna go cry. That I have the ability to think big, and when someone tells me no, that's where I start. Now that might be a complete character flaw, right? Like I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that's how I'm wired, which allows me to lead. Now, whether I lead us to the promised land or something really bad, that's a different story. That's what we're working on. But the ability to lead, that's why. It's not because Anthony has $1 bazillion. The point of the story being, when we make that decision to go to the movie theater, if the movie theater called and said, hey, listen, if you come in tonight, I'll give you $50 off your tickets and stuff. Well, now it makes the decision much easier, right? Like that would make my life better. It's a respectable gift, but to redeem it would almost force the person to look inside and say, do I need it that bad? And I don't think people in general like admitting that to themselves. And because $50 doesn't change like your cell phone bill or your rent or the bigger stuff, I think someone would be more inclined to say, okay, I could take it here, or let me see what that actually is. Like, who knows? Maybe this is buying Bitcoin in 2010. Maybe this could be the thing that really, like, it could be worth something a lot more a year from now, in which case the person would take a look at RHINO and see what it is. Now, the great thing about RHINO, amongst everything, is that we're front and center every day. You receive an email from me every day. I'm live every single day. Anyone that ever wants to talk to me could book a call, could email me, etc. every single day. And my opinion of RHINO, although biased, is factually sound, right? Like I'm not like a crazy person that says, oh, RHINO's going to $1 million, and you say how, and I'm like, oh, bubblegum, right? Like I could at least give the story of why I believe it would be. When you put all that together, I really truly believe that those that we give the gift to not only are going to be quite happy to receive it, or not only going to be flattered to receive it, I think they'll have an inherent level of trust. Like, wow, you really, you have that much belief in yourself that you're trusting all of us with the power to destroy you. I don't know you. We could all just go sell this right now and you'd be out of business. So I was looking at my phone. But you did trust us. let me kind of check who you guys are out. Let me check who you are. Like it sounds, this is, for better or worse, I've never heard of anything like this. And I think as long as we continue doing what we're doing, and I say that as observation, right? Not as by experimentation. We're at 350 members. When I say members, I'm not talking about like, oh, 350 people opted into our email list. There's 350 individual people that are actively investing in a weekly plan. That's the 350. 350 people actively see money coming out of their account every single week at a specified dollar amount and are seeing crypto, RHINO going into their wallet. Of those 350, I believe maybe 10 or 15 have ever even thought of selling any of the RHINO. So it's not like we need to go ahead and invent a better way. We just need to continue doing what we're doing and get better at it, right? Like you could always get better. But to say that we need to figure out like how to grow, that's wrong. We need to figure out how to grow faster. I would like that. But at the same time, we've been purposely going slow. Like the fact that we're talking about funnels, this is the first time we've ever even spoken about funnels. So we have Warp Speed, which I'm with RVP today, and we're going to take a look at it and see how we could do better. The Christmas funnel, which I just spent 10 minutes talking about, allows you to, so in the email, you'll see it, you can click it, and it'll describe to you, Merry Christmas, who can we send 20 RHINO to? And they'll receive it Christmas Eve morning, 9 a.m. It asks you for your name and your email. It asks you for the recipient's name, the recipient's email, and it asks for a Christmas message. Pretty standard, right? In which case, we're going to send that email to them on Christmas morning. Hey, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones really thinks you're tremendous, and she wants you to be a part of RHINO. And her Christmas message to you is, and I quote, hey, Mr. Jones, I think you're the best looking person ever in the entire world, and I want to give you 20 RHINO. And then it'll give them instructions how to redeem it, how to find out the value of it, how to be a part of it. You see all of these things, because when you give someone something of value, they want to know what to do next. You just give them it, and they're like, okay, well, they have to make a decision. Do I want to sell it or do I not? And if we can go ahead and give them all the information to make the best informed decision, which we believe is to not sell it and to continue holding it, it does stand fair to reason that this could be a precipice that, as much as we're offering to you, like, hey, go invite the whole world, right? Like, invite everyone. What percentage of them will actually become members of RHINO? I don't know. I think a good percentage over time. And I like growing. I want RHINO to grow from within. I'm not putting out Facebook ads and saying, hey, does your mom have blonde hair? Click here, right? Like, that's not happening. Also, on the other end of that is when you go ahead and click to send someone the RHINO, the thank you page is, hey, if you're not part of RHINO, what are you waiting for? We're also going to send you a special gift Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. And when I say special, I mean special. Now, I don't actually know what that gift is, but anyone that knows Anthony knows I'm not just blowing smoke. Like, I'm going to come up with something really super cool to go ahead and reward all the new members. But in respect to the existing members won't look at it and say, oh man, you treated them better than me and I've been with you since day one. I do understand the hierarchy. And I mean hierarchy. Like, if pressed, I'll always be loyal to those that are loyal to me. And then if pressed to like come up with a certain number, like you can only be loyal to 5 people. Well, I'm going to go through and see the first 5 that ever signed up, and those are the people I'll be most loyal to. And not meaning disloyal to others, but like, though, you get it. So that's just the way I'm built, and I'm the oldest of 6 boys. That's how my household was. You know, if I wanted something new, then it got passed down. The people that sat in the front seat were age, were the oldest, et cetera, et cetera. So that's going on. What else do we have? I have to make a new video for RHINO Bucks. We have actually, let's see, Sunday would be exactly 2 months since we went public at $1. By Sunday will probably be $2.20. I would say going up 120%, is that 140%? 120% in 2 months is a good thing. And I think we should tell people. And again, so there are certain different, and there's many different types of sales. You have your people that are just so super excited to sell. And then you have your people that are so super excited to share awareness of why you should join. So for instance, this right here, let's say I don't know what it is. It's AirPods, right? But like say I didn't know what it was and I was in charge of selling it. Oh my God, do you see this? It is beautiful. It's compact. You can open it, you can shut it. What can you put in? You can put everything in there. Why doesn't everyone own this? And for right now, $9.99. And if you get in it quickly, $7.99. If you don't have this, like, okay, those people are annoying. And then you have people like, well, do you ever walk around and your headphones, they're not very good and you could hear everyone else's conversation and the person that you're talking to, they really can't hear you. Well, Apple came out with these new amazing AirPods and it solves that. In fact, it's a transparency mode and a noise cancel and goes on and on. The point being, in the second situation, I'm sharing with you why. Because I know why, because we have experience, people have owned it. We have done exactly what we said we were going to do. And with RHINO, we have done everything we said we were going to do, and that's valuable. That's worth something. What about Shinoka, which starts Sunday and lasts for a week till Christmas? So I don't know what that is unless that's supposed to be Hanukkah, in which so there's the difficult part, right? Like Hanukkah. So I know Christmas. Now I'm not oblivious to Hanukkah, like I know what Hanukkah is. So actually, you know what? I think I'm coming up with an idea that's out of laziness, where I'm saying, it's Christmas, and Kwanzaa. So how about this? For those that have ideas of holidays that are not Christmas, email me, in which case we can go ahead and clone the funnel and just change the background photo from Santa Claus to whatever's appropriate for Kwanzaa or whatever's appropriate for Hanukkah, like the menorah and stuff. And then you could use that in Chinese New Year. Maurice, now you're just getting crazy. But hey, listen, China is the largest country in the world, so let's do it. I'm all for it. So I got to figure out how I would do that. I could clone the funnels, right? So let me think about it. This first step, if you want me to take action, is to email me these things. So that, because anyone that knows me, once you email me, I'm like, all right, I have to respond. But if you just said it in a chat and never email me, then, I don't know what happened. Like my wife and I would say, Daddy doesn't see the idea anywhere. And that's from Elmo. All right, so I totally love everyone. Everything, the State of the Union is good, I guess we could end with. And please do the Christmas thing. And again, so by the way, we're not going to send the gift like, hey, RHINO's giving you $20 or 20 RHINO because Maurice told us to. No, it's Maurice wanted to share 20 RHINO with you. This is Maurice's gift to you. We're not going to get in front of, like, we're not using you to market is the point. I just want to get that out. What is the URL for the gifts? Actually, that's a great idea. We should make a better URL. So like RHINOChristmas.com or something. So the URL is, that's a great idea, Deborah. I'm going to do that. And if anyone takes RHINOChristmas.com, I'm going to find you. But the point being, if you click, you know what, let me just do it. Okay, so bear with me. Let me get the link. Let me get the link. Okay. So this is, and again, it's a really ugly link because it's a Kartra link. So you can, but the link is for you, right? This is for you to use. So it doesn't need to be that pretty. RHINO holiday. I love it. Oh yeah, RHINO holiday because, we're going to be doing every holiday now. So that's the link. I'll do a share screen, see what it looks like real quick. And then I got to go. You guys are just keeping me so long and my wife's going to yell at me and say, Anthony, you promised you wouldn't be this long and now you're this long and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here it is. So let's go ahead and, okay, Merry Christmas, give the gift of 20 RHINO, email will arrive Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. My name, my email, recipient first name, recipient email, and what you would like to say to them. I came up with kind of like a mock. So I've been part of RHINO, it's great, everyone's great. A time to give. Here at RHINO, it's always been our core value to give, that if you treat others like you would like to be treated, the rest will work itself out. If we may, we would like to partner with you in giving this holiday season. As many loved ones as you can think of, we will fund each 20 RHINO gift, a gift from you to them. So let's say I'm sending it to Anthony, and Anthony at rhinostreet.com. And Anthony, you are so cool, right? So I submit. Now over here, special offer. If you have been waiting for a reason to join Rhino, now is your moment. I won't ruin the surprise, but on Christmas Eve morning, you will be receiving something quite special as well, and I do mean special. $1 a week. Now, of course, everyone could join at a higher plan, but $1 a week is the minimum, so we're not asking anyone to do anything crazy. We're not crazy, but anything outside of their comfort zone. Yes, I would like to join Rhino too. And then you could click it, and there you go. You could sign up, right? And I love this picture because Santa's looking at you. Like, how do you say no? Like, he's looking, he's checking his list. He's literally checking the list while you're making this decision. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to get in the way of that guy checking his list twice, right? So not doing it. All right, so it's 10:21. I got to go. I totally love everyone. I will see you tomorrow morning. And please participate, grow, have fun. We're doing good. Continue, continue, continue. All right, love everyone. Bye.